So we all know that unboxings are, well, clickbait, right? Why would anybody want to watch an unboxing of an item that they themselves don't have? But if you already have the item, why are you watching an unboxing of an item that you already have? Right, so I have been guilty of doing both. And I do agree still with myself that an unboxing is in fact clickbait. And so here's your clickbait. Recently, I have gotten into headphones and headphone amplifiers and headphone DACs. And today, as of tonight, just a few moments ago, I ended my headphone acquisition syndrome. First, it was camera, then it was lens acquisition syndrome, then gimbal acquisition syndrome, and now headphone acquisition syndrome. Now that it's over, and believe me, it is definitely over, I can start reviewing these headphones, the vast majority of which are quite affordable for what you get. So let's start off with ones I was really surprised with. Denon. That may be out of focus. Denon. What is Denon? Well, some people may have heard about Denon. Denon is a headphone manufacturer. They've been around for quite a while, I hear. I ran across Denon many years ago when I was interested in buying a high-end, hi-fi headphone. Never made the purchase. In fact, my whole life has been revolving around the cheap headphones, and I would balk at buying a headphone that was more than maybe $150. The most expensive headphone that I ever purchased was about $400, and that was a Jabra Elite Sport with the wireless thing, and it was for running, and quite frankly, it's a piece of trash. Regardless, back to this. This is the Denon AH-D as in dog 2000. D as in one of the dogs. Anyway, so the D2000 is discontinued. When it was originally manufactured and sold as new, it went for $599. $600 for this headphone. And recently, about a week ago, I found one on eBay for $275. Now, before I made that purchase, I made sure to read and watch as many reviews as possible to try to give me an idea what this would sound like. And I didn't focus on this headphone, just out of a whim. I didn't know this thing existed. I watched dozens and dozens and dozens of videos regarding good audiophile headphones, and this happened to show up, and some of the reviewers were talking things about this headphone that made me think I like that type of sound. So I made a $275 purchase. This is the Denon AD-2000 or AH-D2000. Okay, we are going to try to unbox this without totally disrupting the process. Here we go. So here's the front of the box, and the box is in some distress. You have some marks here and everything, but look, it doesn't matter. What's in the box is what really counts. And I have to say, for a $275 headphone, well, I'm sorry, $600 headphone, because we're talking about the original price, this is some really crappy boxing. I mean, come on, Denon. If you're gonna charge somebody $600, at least make the container look, well, not like it's cut out of some sort of vending machine. Look at this thing. There's a plastic window that you can find at a Fry's electronics store, if you have one of those. If you don't, then imagine Best Buy, but on steroids. It just looks like it's a crappy headphone inside a very crappy box. And that's what I thought when I first got this, and I unpacked it from the shipping box, and I thought, what the heck did I just pay $275 for? I mean, my Beats headphones came in better packaging than this. Alright, so I got beyond that, and I decided, well, that's $275 down the drain. So I opened this thing, and It's still terrible cardboard. There's nothing fantastic about this at all. And look, lo and behold, there's more plastic. This is like the really flimsy, awful plastic. I mean, look at this thing. I think the Chinese manufacturer stopped making this sort of terrible packaging years ago. At least they are still trying to make those Chinese knockoff things look professional. This $600 pair of headphones, originally marked price, comes in this. Now, this packaging has not been altered from the original packaging that was given, that was part of the $600 price tag. At least not that I can tell. So, bad packaging. But let's get to the headphones. And the headphones are packaged as such. They're nestled somewhat into this really awful plastic. And the first thing that you notice, and I'm sorry about the camera movement, but it's hard to keep this camera steady. Yes, I should use a tripod, but that's a lot more work, and it's like 8 o'clock at night, and I just really want to get this recorded so I can unpack this and put this on the wall. Okay. Pull this out. And the first thing I noticed was, oh thank God, that terrible packaging. But, you know, by the way, since we are here on the packaging, Denon was nice enough to have some sort of this felt type material that was haphazardly at last minute taped on, it looks like, just to protect the headphones from the plastic. Yeah, terrible. Enough. These headphones, I put them on already. They are phenomenal. The build quality of this thing, out of this stupid packaging, is really excellent. This right here, as far as I can tell, this, no, not as far as I can tell, this is in fact metal. This is metal. This is metal. This is metal. This is wood. This is wood of some sort that's been treated to look black. And you have the Denon logo here. You've got the right and left designation. I really like the simplicity. I like the fact that it is even on both sides, that you have the name, the designation of the ear cup, and this marketing information, stereo headphones AH-D2000. And on this side it says exactly the same thing, except, you know, it says left. I like that. I think that this just rounds things off. Now, obviously, I'm not some crazy loon that would say, hey, look, if it's only one side that's lettered, not the other, that it makes the headphone look on your head, it makes it tilt, and it throws the whole sound off. No, no, no. It's just aesthetics. I really do enjoy good aesthetics. Now, on the top, you have this very incredibly thin headband, and there's really no padding. So here's how it works. This headphone has this kind of a small channel right in the middle. I don't know if you can tell. There's a small channel right in the middle here. And I don't know if this is real leather. It's soft, it's supple, and it feels really good. But I don't know if this is really leather. What I can say is that this is the weakest part, the least attractive, the least comforting part of the headphone. And comforting, I mean, you know, rigidity-wise. Like, I feel as if this is not very rigid. I feel that if I were to drop these headphones, this band would be the first thing to break. I don't know if that's the case, but that's what it feels like. That aside, the adjustment, can you hear that? That's the adjustment for these headphones. That's really nice. I like the clickety. Is there a designation? No. There's no number designation per notch, but there is a notch, so you can tell there are notches here. That's how you designate, you know, which notch you're on, so you can evenly notch it. They don't swivel, so they're not going to rest up against your chest or lay flat on the table. This is how it is. This is the maximum swiveling that you can do with these headphones, and that's okay. The ear cups are not memory foam, as far as I can feel, I mean, they may be memory foam. There's nothing on the box that would suggest they're memory foam. La 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 la. Open box, checked by LW, that's nice. Yeah, I can't. No, I can't tell. And I would suspect that they would put it on this terrible box if it was memory foam, regardless. I put these on, and I put on a playlist, and I started skipping through songs, and I realized something. I really love the sound that comes through this. Now, you're gonna have to wait for a full, thorough review because I need to go through these headphones a little bit more. I want to be able to test that out against multiple genres. This was just a very quick test after I unboxed this afternoon because I just got this. I wanted to comment only to the effect of these are really well built headphones, and they give you some really amazing bass from what I can tell from my short 45-minute listening test. The bass actually shakes these ear cups, and it shakes your jaw. Literally shook my jaw. The clamping force on this is very light. I mean, it clamps on your head, and it's not going to drop off, but it's not tight. Like, you know, if you have headphones that are made for running or exercise, those are really tight clamping headphones because obviously they need to stay on your head as you're moving around. These are not like that. These are very light clamping force, in my opinion. I like the aesthetics of these headphones. They're very comfortable to wear, at least for the 45 minutes that I wore them. They sound fantastic. They're not the same fantastic sound as some of my other headphones that I'm going to unbox and review, but they are excellent in their own right. If there's one gripe that I have, it's that it's this cord. It's attached, so I can't take it out. The problem with these attached cords is that this is probably the weakest part of any headphone. The cord is the thing that's going to break, is going to malfunction, is going to get caught in something and then rip off. And having the ability to take the cord out from the ear cups and store it away somewhere is very good for the longevity of the headphone, no matter which headphone it is. No matter how careful you might be with this particular headphone, and I just realized the camera's kind of tilted, so sorry about that. No matter how gentle you might be with the headphone, look, things happen. If you're going to carry this headphone with you in your backpack, you got to be so careful to make sure that nothing gets tangled, because as soon as you pull these headphones out and they get tangled, you run the risk of breaking the headphone. In the same vein, I really like the cord itself after it gets through the first, issue here. It's braided, it feels quality, but it's really long. And that's part of my concern, is that yes, audiophile headphones typically tend to have very long cables because they are meant to be run from your head to the amplifier or the DAC or their stereo system that they've set somewhere in the living room. So I understand that. That's pretty anachronistic, I think, because back in the 60s and 70s and 80s, yeah, you had to do that. We didn't have MP3 players back then. We had Walkman, we had, obviously we had the cassette player by Sony, for example. But now everybody has a cell phone. And a lot of people have MP3 players, dedicated MP3 players. And audiophiles have dedicated MP3 players that can play really high quality files. So I don't think the need to have an attached, extremely long cable is there anymore. But that's just my little rant. What do I say about this unboxing? Well, I hope you enjoyed it. This is my third unboxing? I don't know. It's clickbait. And I know it's not much, and it's really not reviewing anything, but if you are in the market of buying a Denon AH-D2000, this is the box you're going to get it in. This is the condition you should look for. This is in really good condition. Excellent condition. No marks anywhere that I can tell. Sounds great. I don't notice anything wrong with the headphones so far. So if you find one of these at a good price, I would say between $200 and $300, you should seriously consider nabbing it. But if you find it for less than $200, you should definitely grab one of these. If you're looking for a warm, pleasant, very easygoing sound, something that you can listen to for hours, this is a great pair of headphones. Now, you, in a future episode, are going to be given the treat of me unboxing a pair of headphones that I purchased at a fraction of the cost of the original price. A fraction. Now this is certainly a fraction, which is, essentially half, but a fraction of the cost. And they are amongst the best rated headphones of all time. And I'll let you know what those are when I do that video.